Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. That's right. It's time for our Tuesday night fights. Pro Class Racing. Our top 15 drivers this season that qualified for this Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition Series are on track tonight, presented by D-Dot Racing. And I'm the host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. Welcome in. A 50-minute endurance is on our schedule here tonight, and it's going to be at Monza. It is a very fast racetrack. They call it the Temple of Speed. It's a real-world circuit, has a tarmac surface. It appears in Gran Turismo 5, in 6, and in Sport in an update, and in Gran Turismo 7 upon release. Absolutely fast racetrack. Love this racetrack. It provides for some interesting moments. All right, so let's talk about what we're up against here tonight for our Pro Division. We're a little more on time than usual here, so let's go. All right, series settings. Qualifying settings are the same as racing conditions. Same as saying for the endurance races. And it is any GR3, no Toyotas, no VGTs. Lobby opens at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and are qualifying scheduled to start at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Wednesday. We have BOP on, no tuning, boost is off. It is a false start with a grid start check, and slipstream is real. Our mechanical damage is heavy, and at this racetrack, the drivers are really going to have to be on point. Not to get into those walls here tonight. We have a default full tank of fuel to start the race. No driving aids except for traction control and anti-lock braking. Grip reduction is real on the racetrack, and the drivers must use a required racing tire for a minimum of 1 full circuit lap. So in this evening's race, it's going to be the mandatory hard racing tire, so we'll see the drivers qualify on that mandatory hard racing tire here tonight, and then we will prepare for our 50-minute endurance. And at that point, the hard tire is only required, but all 3 tire compounds are allowed to be used. We've seen quite a few different strategies in last night's race with our AM division. It's going to be interesting to see what the pros do here this evening. Our penalty settings are shortcut penalties are turned on. We have no wall collision, no car collision, no side contact collision penalties turned on as we let our officiating do that behind the scenes. We have flagging rules turned on. Our pit lane penalties are also turned on. So if they cross that pit line entry or exit line, they will receive a 3-second penalty, and that hurts, especially on a racetrack as fast as Monza. So it is round 9 here, and it is Monza. It's going to be a 15-minute qualifier and then a 50-minute endurance race based off those qualifying results. Is going to be where the drivers start fastest to slowest. Mandatory tire is that racing hard, but any tire can be used. 5 times tire, 5 times fuel. Every time they go 1 lap around Monza here tonight, they're going to be using 5 laps of fuel and 5 laps of tires. It's SO1 weather conditions, dry, cloudy, and pleasant. And it is evening conditions here tonight with a ×8 weather variable. We do not have updated standings here for you currently, but I can definitely tell you that Lucas 36 is our current championship points leader coming into round 9, and he's got a pretty good sized lead at this point in the season. Nothing is set in stone ever here in League Racing, but he definitely looking in good shape to pick up a Pro Series championship here this season. So there we go. On the screen in front of us is that beautiful track, Monza, over there in Italy, and oh, this is a beauty. This provides such great racing 95% of the time. Turn 1 and turn 2 definitely going to be a trouble area at race start, and of course turns 4 and 5, pardon me. Also going to be a little bit of a trouble area very early on in the race. We're going to see some bottlenecking happening as all 14 of our drivers are going to be barreling down the racetrack here tonight into that race. These are our pro drivers, so they're going to be fast here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see what they do for times. Our length of the racetrack is, of course, 3.56 miles or 5.73 kilometers. It has 11 left and right hand corners. It's a tarmac surface. It's a real world circuit, and it has a elevation change of approximately 44 feet. Yeah, let's go TT. Say hello, everyone. What's up, Josh? Appreciate you. Egon, I just quit playing Fortnite with the wife. It's ghost time. Oh, dude, that is some love. I'm feeling the love over here, my guy. We appreciate you. Hello, Mr. Hello to the Egon household. We got Kilt going. Let's go racing. Ian coming in with that like and the share on the stream. Kilt also coming in with the like and the multiple shares on the stream. We appreciate y'all. Whew. All right, let's see what that followage is. We have a big flex coming in here from Kilty, 763-day followage, well over 2 years. That is a flex. Appreciate that support, Kilt. Absolute legend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just checking on the streams. Everything's looking good. Let's go see what's happening on the racetrack here. Whoop. We got Leo. Not getting it right in Ascari. That's what we got happening on the racetrack here. Lucky for him that we just happened to pick him to be watching there, hey? So we got Ian here, IT43, pardon me, from DDR, representing DDR here on the track of the Pro Division. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here on track tonight. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Bo Snipe on track here tonight. We've got Petrolhead here on track tonight as well. We've got ATK's Accursed on track here tonight. Cars looking much more not bouncing around tonight, so that's beautiful. We've got Flying Fox Racing's Tom the Tech in the Honda NSX here, also on track here tonight. I believe this is going to be the VPR driver Kanji Club here. Let's get some racing names on the screen, hey? Oh, that's Leo coming in. Of course, having a little bit of a moment on the racetrack there. We've got 10 tenths Miss It Devious here as well on track. We've got Apex Racing's Larry Birch after a couple week break here on holidays with the Fam Jam, back on track with that absolutely beautiful Lexus. We got Kanji from Victory Pace Racing on track here as well in the Stars and Stripes Mercedes. We've got Dirty Air from VPR here as well in that McLaren on track. We've got our championship points leader Lucas 36 here in that Ford GT spec car. And we've got Black Widow here in a 13th position here in that Hyundai Genesis as well. So there we go. 13 of our 14 drivers are on track here tonight. Only missing, Risky Replicant, who, well, just got back from, of course, Red Sport Esports Challenge in California. So I just would like to extend a massive congratulations to Risky Replicant. He was live on stage in the Porsche Esports Challenge here this past week in a Gran Turismo, and he did get past that top 8 for the finals on the last day of racing as well. And congratulations to Risky. We're proud of you. Great job, dude. Hope you had fun. All right, so it's IT43 fastest practice here right now, and that GTR was proven last night in the AM division. That's very, very quick here. So I think we're at about race time here now. Let's go check it out. Hey, we are right on race time here. What's up, Corey? How you doing, my guy? Appreciate you, Trone, coming in there. We see you all there over on YouTube as well. We appreciate y'all. All right, I think we are good to go here. Let me go check my list. Looking like it. Absolutely. All right. All right, so while our pros check in here, all 13 of them, big grid here tonight. That's what we love to see, ladies and gentlemen. We love to see them drivers coming out and putting it all on the line for us at home here. All right, we're just keeping track of the ready so I don't lose where I was there. 8. We're at 8, chat. 9. Bow Snipe is 9. Hope everybody's doing fantastic, and I hope we're ready for a good race here. I mean, it's Monza. You know it's going to be a doozy. Monza always provides some pretty great racing, so looking forward to seeing what the drivers are going to put in store for us here today. See what kind of times they put down on this racetrack. We should expect to see some 46s potentially from these drivers in optimal conditions with the race cars. We'll have to see how it is when it comes to race pace. So we got 10 of our 13 drivers checked in. We got 11 of our 13 drivers ready to go. I think Miss Devious is on her VR, so she might not have seen the message. And I think Dirty Air is also on the VR and probably doesn't see the message as well. All right. This 15-minute qualifier is not going to hurt them when we start the button anyways. That's a lot of time to qualify here for the races, so there's lots of time for these drivers to get the perfect lap in, so to speak, around the racetrack. And I mean, we're just going to send it. We're going to send it right now, chat. Let's go check it out. All right, so we got 13 of our drivers checked in, plus myself, makes 14 in the lobby. All our drivers are in the paddock on pit lane waiting to get things underway. All right, so we've seen a pretty good race from our AMs last night. Let's see what the pros have in store for us here this evening on a wonderful Tuesday evening, and we hope it's just been an awesome work week for everybody as well as we settle in, well, to get ready to do it all over again, essentially, I guess. All right, we got to find whoever that first driver was that went out in front there. I think it was Mr. Larry Birch. All right, so we do have 2 drivers sitting on qualifying bans here this week, so we will not see any qualifying from Bow Snipe or Black Widow, and that's just for incidents in last week's races at the Nürburgring GP. So They will hang out in the pit lane here while the drivers qualify, and they'll start at the back of the pack here this week. So we appreciate the drivers responding to race control as they always do in the season. So absolutely great stuff there. Good luck, y'alls. Ooh, go Team TT. What's up, Ginger? How you doing? Kilty up in the chats there as well. Stefan coming in with the thumbs up on the stream. Josh coming in with the thumbs up on the stream as well over there on Facebook. Welcome in. Settle in. This is going to be a fast race, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen 3 and 4 stop strategies coming from our AM division last night, and I don't think we're going to see a whole lot different here from our pro division here tonight either, because well, these guys are going to drive these cars harder, and then they're going to drive them a lot faster than the AMs most likely did last night, which means they're most likely going to use up a little bit more fuel. So it's going to be interesting to see how the strategies work out. Let's go, TT. How you doing, Blaine? Appreciate you, my guy. We got Larry Birch coming out first here, and he, like I said, fresh off some holidays and well rested, and looks like he's ready to race here tonight, that's for sure. So let's get information up on the screen for everybody. Hey, there we go. That might help. All right, there we go. Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch is going to bring it around Curve Parabolica here and start that official flying lap here on Monza. So let's see how quickly all our drivers can get around on these racing hard tires here. We've seen a good fight. We've seen a healthy battle from our AM division last night during qualifying for that overall pole position at the start of the race. And even though there's no extra point for that in this series, there is most certainly, well, the starting position on the grid. Being at the front of the pack at the beginning of the race can always be the best spot to be. Not always, but definitely ideal. And it gives yourself a good starting position. The strategy is going to play a big factor here. The drivers can start on any tire they want during the race, so we could see a mixture of tire compounds. We've seen a case of that last night in our AM division here as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here this evening as all the strategies work out here, with fuel being a very large factor in the race this evening. No game audio. Appreciate you, freak. Thank you, my dude. Tattooed up in the house. Apex team owner. Let's get that going. It has been acting up again lately. I do apologize to everybody at home. I'm going to go dark for a second. Turn the lights will come back on, and we'll have some game sound. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Hold on, it's coming. Oh wow, it's not working very well at all. There it is. All right. Okay, we'll make that 15 seconds. All right, we're just gonna keep our eye on those little doodads right there. Always appreciate the viewers coming in and keeping us in tune there. All right, so we are with Larry Birch. He's just coming around Curve Parabolica here right now. So this is going to be the final corner of our lap here. So the first hot lap and the first driver to bring it through here for our pro class from Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition. It's going to be Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch. And let's see what he's got here. It's going to be a 51.5 on those racing hard tires. Let's see what Lucas 36 has. It is a 51.6 ATK Curse. He's going to sit there in fourth. Petrolhead actually jumps up into pole position. There we got Tom the Tech here coming through next. He is going to hit it across in 5th place. Kanji's going to come through here in 6th place, and he's going to head up into pole position here on the first hot lap. We got ATK 37 here coming in. He's going to jump up into 6th place. IT43 is going to come through. He's going to jump up into 6th place, and it has been, he was fast in practice. We got Dirty Air here in 10th place. As he comes around, he's going to move up into 8th position here. We got Jakey coming through now. It looks like Jakey's just warming up some tires here, so. And we have 2 drivers sitting on qualifying bans here this week. So those 2 drivers will start at the back of the grid. So let's get back with our top 11 drivers. And just missing Risky Replicant here again this week in the field. So it's going to be a spicy one here. So it's Kanji here very early on in pole position here. And oh, interesting. We've got Petrolhead here in 2nd place. We've got Misdevious here in 3rd position. We've got Larry Birch here in 4th place. We've got Lucas 36 here in 5th. We've got ATK Accursed here in 6th. We've got IT43 here in 7th. We've got Dirty Air in 8th. We've got ATK 037 in 9th. We're going to call him Leo because that's how everybody knows him. We got Tom the Tech here in 10th place. We've got Jakey here in 11th, but he hasn't put in a flyer yet. He's just been chilling. He's burning off a little fuel. He's getting that car nice and light. Hey, let's go, Lucas. Hey, how's it going, Larry? Appreciate you stopping in over on the YouTube channel there. Lucky, let's go, let's go, TT. All right. So it is Kanji here, and clearly he's going to be faster here as he's on the wrong tire compound here in qualifying tonight. So that is not going to be good for him here, as that is why we have driver's briefing. That's all I'm going to say about that. Got Petrolhead here in second place, Misdevious here in third position. We got Cursed here in fourth. We got Larry Birch in fifth, and we got Lucas coming in for a pit stop here. The pro drivers may be aware that that driver's on the soft tires and may all be moving to the soft tires to accommodate for the lap. And if that's the case, then I don't know what to say. Got ATK Leo here in 9th place. We got Dirty Air here in 10th position. Lucas may have just made a mistake potentially. We got Jake here in 11th position. So we will be nil and voiding that lap from Candy. We'll have to reset the grid after the race, and he's actually going to go to the back of the pack for qualifying on the racing soft tire when it has been asked that the racing hard tire is used, because that's the required tire for the race. So it's Tom the Tech here in third place. It's Misdevious here in fourth position. It's ATK Cursed here in fifth. And oh, you got that a little bit wrong. Got Larry here in seventh position. We've got Lucas here in eighth as he's coming out, and he most certainly noticed what was going on. He's one of the administrators here at the page, so he's aware that that he missed the information. But again, all this information is relayed in driver's briefing half an hour prior and 15 minutes prior, and again right before race time in the driver's briefing room, and it is relayed in the Discord server. So it is up to the drivers to know that information. So it's unfortunate there for Kanji, but that's the way she goes. Alright, so it's going to be Jake here in second place. So technically in pole position here right now on the track. We got Petrolhead here in second position. We got Tom the Tech in third. We got Misdevious currently sitting in fourth. We've got Ed Hurst here in sixth. Got Larry Birch at seventh. We've got Lucas 36 here in eighth position. We've got IT43 here in ninth. We've got Leo in 10th place. And we got Dirty Air here. Well, it's technically in 10th place here as well. So, again, just missed a memo. That's what happens. We strongly believe in consistency here, and after a lengthy discussion in our race last night, it was determined that the hard tires are the required tire, and that's the way we've been operating based off the literature and the graphics on the season. So the decision was made that there would be a required hard tire for our races this week. And you know what? These guys are the pros; they should be able to handle that anyways, right? So it's about consistency, and it's got to stay consistent throughout all the fields. So. It's been a lengthy discussion this week within the server, but that is the determination, and we just don't want anybody grabbing an advantage. So that's why it's stated, so that everybody's on the same page is all it is. It's just a mistake. It happens. All right, Petrol, half-second penalty. They're going to squash that lap on him. It's Jakey here now. He's sitting in behind Petrol technically here, and he's only a whisker off, 0.24 seconds off of Petrolhead here for pole position currently. We got Tom the Tech sitting in third position. He's got 3/4 of a second, so our two front runners are very quick here right now on those racing hard tires. And oh boy, a little bit of an incident there in the background there. Leo coming back on track and got into IT43 there, and whoops, maybe didn't see him coming around the corner potentially. Got ATK as a Cursed here in 6th place. We got Larry Birch here in 7th position here as well on the track right now. So in the mid-pack here right now, fresh off holidays. Got Lucas here in 8th place. We got IT43 here in 9th. He's got some damage, so he's going to have to get that sorted out. He's going to have to pit to get that fixed up. We got Dirty Air here in 10th place. And we got Leo in pit lane. Alright, let's go. It's Petrolhead here currently in pole position, and the ironic thing is he's actually only about a second off that soft tire time by Kanji currently on these hard tires. So these pros are definitely moving here. 150.5 from Petrolhead here so far. We got Jake with a 150.559. We got Misdevious with a 150.911. We got Larry there with a 151 flat. We've got Tom the Tech with a 151.3. We don't know what Curse has going on there because he just jumped into pit lane. Much the same for Lucas. We don't see what his best lap is there, but he'll get that all cooking now. And we got Dirty Air here in 10th. We've got ATK Leo here in 11th. Stuck. There we go. Button's not working. There we go. All right, so Kanji, he's just getting warmed up. He's getting some practice in at this point here now on those hard tires. He's getting those things scrubbed in. So we've got Petrol here in second position. We've got Jakey here in third position. We've got Miss Devious here in fourth place. We've got Larry Birch in fifth position. We've got Tom the Tech in sixth. Oh, dropped down to seventh as Larry Birch just moves up into sixth place there. Lucas, pardon me, was up into fifth place, knocking Larry and Tom down there, so just in behind Miss Devious by 7/100ths of a second there. So a nice little lap there from Lucas, 36, our championship points leader. Kirst is there in eighth place right now, and just behind him is IT43. We got Dirty Air here in the 10th position as well, and we got ATK Leo here in 11th place. All right. Oh. Got drivers coming into pit lane. Fuel is also turned on, same as race conditions. We have fuel and tire wear settings in racing conditions. We have it in qualifying here, and all that really does is actually make the cars go faster because they lose a lot of weight to the fuel in the tank, and they get those tires into an optimal range, and then that allows them to actually get around the track quite a bit faster. We got Larry Birch now up into second pole position technically here right now, here after he comes that time through. So 150.346, so 3/4 of a second off the side that first soft tire time there by Kanji there, and that was a good time there by Larry Birch. Ooh, we got Petra. Looked like he got reset there. I think he went deep into the corner. We got Lucas 36 here in sixth place. We got Tom the Tech here in seventh position. We got ATK's Kirst here in eighth place. IT43 here, still moving and grooving here. Dirty Air in 10th. Got a little bit of lag coming from this car, but we typically have a little bit of lag coming from this car. That's pretty normal. So the only driver so far that looks like he's having a little bit of a connection faux pas or whatever the deal is creating him the lag. So he'll have to hopefully be aware of that on the racetrack and just allow extra room. So we always just try to get the drivers to allow themselves a little extra room if we know they're lagging. And then that way there, hopefully it doesn't cause any unnecessary lag-induced incidents on the racetrack. So we got Jakey here now, taking pole position here with a 49.557, and that is on that racing hard tire. That was an impressive lap right there from Jake. We've got Larry Birch here now sitting in technically second place here with a 150.346, so Jake putting his stamp on it there. We've got Lucas here in fourth place right now, and ATK's Leo improved, but we didn't see where to here. We've got Petrol in fifth place right now with Miss Devious in sixth, and Tom the Tech right behind there in seventh. The Kirst is in eighth place still here on the grid. We got IT43 in that GTR. He's in ninth. We know that car's pretty quick around here. We got Leo here at the Ferrari in 10th, and we've got Dirty Air here in the McLaren in 11th. And we got a McLaren and a Genesis sitting in pit lane, waiting for qualifying to finish here, and it's going to be about another minute and 15 seconds away before that timer runs out. So we got just a little ways to go here. One more lap for these drivers. Edward coming in with that thumbs up on the stream. Hope you're doing good, my dude. Hope you're doing good. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. That's really the most important thing. And hopefully we can finish off your night with a great race here from our pro division here from Roving Island World Tour 2. Again, presented from DDR, D-Dot Racing. And I'm your host for the evening, GT45. Family-friendly broadcast too, ladies and gentlemen, so please, it is okay to allow the kids to, of course, jump in on all the family fun here as well. Alright, so our pole sitter, Jake here, sitting just ahead of Kanji here. And that's going to change a little bit for that young fella there, unfortunately. But we got Lucas 36 here in third place. We got Larry Birch there. He's just parking in pit lane. We got Petrolhead here in fifth. We got Miss Devious here in sixth position. We got IT43 here in seventh. We've got Tom here in eighth place. We've got ATK's Accursed here in ninth position. We've got ATK's Leo in 10th, and we got Dirty Air in 11th. So they all move up one spot, except for Jake, who is just the outright pole sitter here with a flying, blazing lap here on these hard tires from the pro division. So our fastest lap in the AM race last night was a 148.8 or a 148.9 on the racing soft tire, and Jake is now set at 149.557 on the hard racing tire. So that's just to give you a slight idea what kind of laps we should probably be seeing from these guys when they hit those soft tires under racing conditions. And he's purple right now as he comes back around, so Oh, I'm going to. Don't worry, my man. It's all good. He realizes he made a mistake. Alright, so we're going to stick with Jake here as he's coming around curve parabolica. Well, for the final time here, he's going to take checkered flag when he comes around this time. Also, the car in front will also take checkered flag this time around here. I'm not sure who the car in front is, but we don't see a lap time improvement from that car. And Jake is really pushing it here. It's going to be at 149.478, so he's just going to put a little bit of an improvement on that lap. We got Lucas on a flyer here. He's heading up the curve parabolica right now as well, and he is looking like the last driver on a flyer here, so... Alright, we're going to have to flip you over screens here just after this is all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get the grid changed up a little bit here. We got to get a little bit of an adjustment on our drivers, and then we'll get this race kicked off for everybody watching at home. It's a 150.244. It's good enough to put him up into second position on the grid once we make the grid adjustment here, and that was a pretty good qualifying run. So it's going to be Jake on pole with Lucas in second place, Petrol in third, Larry Birch in fourth, Mischievous in fifth with Tom the Tech in sixth place. It's going to be IT43 in seventh position. It's going to be ATK Kirsten in 8th. It's going to be ATK's Leo in 9th place. It's going to be Dirty Air in 10th place. It'll be Bo Snipe and Black Widow. And... Kanji. I almost forgot the name. Almost forgot who the other driver was. Alright, so there we have it. We just gotta wait for that timer to run out at this point here now. We'll sit with our pole sitter, Apex Sim Racing Jakey, with the pole position here tonight to start round 9. And he has been trying to charge up those standings as well, so that Lamborghini was looking pretty quick here. And it's kind of funny, I was talking to him a little bit earlier in the paddock here, along with a lot of the pro drivers here, and he really was not happy about how the car felt around the racetrack earlier, but he must have figured something out, because boy, did he pop a flyer in there. 149.478 is our pole position time here, and that is on those racing hard tires, ladies and gentlemen. So that was a pretty good lap right there from our pole sitter. Again, we're just going to flip you back this way. We're going to get rid of that guy right there. Actually, we're going to leave that guy up because I didn't change that yet. And we're going to reset this lobby. Oh, we're going to save some qualifying results first. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so how has everybody's day been while we get this all sorted out here? We're just going to take a couple of minutes. It shouldn't take too long here. And we'll get this grid all sorted out here. Alright, so we are just getting that all sorted out. We're just waiting for all our drivers to check in here. We'll get that grid set, and then we'll get this race kicking off. Alright. Let's bring this up. Let's get rid of that. This is what we're going here today. My track loop was a little broken, so I don't want to use the track loop. Alright, so we just gotta wait for 1, 2, 3 of our drivers to kick in here. We're missing two drivers. 1 driver. Oh, I didn't change it. Oh, I suck. I'm sorry, guys. That is a host fail right there, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. Now I can set the grid. How many times have I hosted league races now, ladies and gentlemen? How many commentaries have we watched here at GT45 Gaming? And I still continue to make that one simple same little mistake every time I go to reset a grid. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Think we gotta write that down? Think we need a cheat sheet, chat. What do you think? I think we need a cheat sheet. I just need Dirty Air to check in here. Alright, so I'm just waiting for the drivers to all get checked back in here. So there we go. We got them all checked in. Fantastic. Let's get this grid set. So it is going to be Jakey, it's going to be Luke, it's going to be Bo, it's going to be Dirty, and it's going to be... Is that right? It may already have the order right. No, it doesn't have the order right. It's got the order all mixed up. It's going to be Jake, it's going to be Lucas, Petrol, Larry, Jake, Lucas, Petrol, and Larry. Fantasticness. Alright, it takes just a minute to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta go bounce between like 6 different screens to get the order. What do we got? Mischievous Tom and IT43. Alright, we're almost there, chat. We're almost there. It just takes one more minute. Thank you for being patient. I really do appreciate it. Got a curse, Leo, Dirty Air. And then... Oh, that's not right. He needs to go there. Is it Leo and Dirty Air? Yes. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to flip that screen in just a moment's time. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're good to go. We are good to go, chat. That is what we like to see. We're just going to tell our drivers good luck, and then we'll flip that screen for everybody, and we'll get to racing. Alright. Just double checking the order before I hit the button. I'm not 100% satisfied that that's right. Just quite yet. Got Jake. Got Lucas. Petrol, Larry. Okay, it's right. Just making sure. Just making sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to the big screen. Let's get this going. Let's get some racing happening, shall we? Let's get to some GT3 action in Italy at Monza, the Temple of Speed Pro Division. Doesn't get any better. Hope we're all ready. It's going to be Jakey to lead things off here for our pros on pole position. Very impressive qualifying run coming from our pole sitter. And we are about getting ready to get racing here. So let's kick them tires and light them fires, because we're going racing, chat. And it's 50 minutes, 50 minutes here at Monza. And we are waiting for a green. And we're green, 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 green. And everybody gets going. All right. Some cars get off the line a little bit faster than others. And that is with the mystery and the intrigue here of racing. All right, here we go. Look at all 13 pros barreling down there. Got a little bit of contact up in the backfield as everybody's just trying to find a good, tidy, clean line to get into the corner here. Got a little wiggle, little contact there from... Oh, we got a bump there. We got a collection, a big old collection going on here. We got 1 driver damage. We got 2 drivers damage, and we got a red flag. All right, so we're going to do it again, chat. We're going to do it again. So the real thing is we had a 3-car incident in turn 2 right at race start there. All 3 cars picked up heavy damage. That is going to put it into a red flag scenario, and we're going to set it up, and we're going to do it again. So we'll just wait for it all to reset, and then we'll try it again. All right, so just a little bit of confusion in the front part of that pack there, and it just absolutely bottlenecked up the group here. So as the drivers all start to check in, hopefully it just puts them back in their position. That'd be beautiful. We got Jake, we got Lucas, we got Petrol, we got Mischievous, and we'll send it again. All right, so we do have, that's why we have the procedure in place. Again, it's about fair racing, right? So with the heavy damage model on in the series, it's just not fair for half a driving field to get collected up, pick up a whole bunch of damage at the beginning of the race, and then have to pay the price for that. So we're just going to check the lineup, make sure it's still in order, and it is, and we are going again. We'll let them ready up though, just because they're following that great procedure here, so we'll give them the time to do their procedure. That is a lobby that understands what the procedures are, and of course we have lots of administrators racing in the series here in this division as well, so that always helps out. But I mean, we just did a race start. If they're not ready, then well, I don't know what they're doing here. They're sleeping, I guess, but we're going to do it again. All right. So Roving Island World Tour 2, North America Edition, Tuesday Night Racing, Pro Division here, presented by DDR, and race start attempt number 2. Let's get it done. All right. Back sitting with our pole sitter here, all 13 cars back lined up on the grid, and we're going to try it again. So here we go, 5 reds, race control is going to drop to green, green, and here we go. So, ooh, great start there by that Corvette up in behind Jakey there, and he doesn't have really anywhere to go here, so all trying to sort themselves out here. We're going to go 2 and 3 wide. That is normal here, and we're fighting for space. We got Tom the Tech up on the inside here. We got Jakey on the outside there. We got Larry Birch gets a great start there. He's going to jump all the way up into first place. Jakey drops down into 3rd place here, and everybody's just trying to get through safe and sound here this time, and I think we accomplished a safe and sound turns 1 and 2. Not quite. We got a little bit of damage here on the racing car of Black Widow there, and she must have gotten into the back of one of the drivers here. So Larry Birch starting us off here, and there's only 1 car damage there, so that's not going to constitute a red flag here. We got Jakey having to take the runaway lane there as things got very tight coming through the second chicane. We got a curse there, also getting a little bit wiggly there, and everybody kind of sorts themselves out there. It was a little bit messy through turns 3 and 4 there, but that is 4 and 5, pardon me, but to be expected at Monza at race start with 13 top-level drivers coming barreling down into the corner at the same time here. These guys are battling for points, they're battling for position, and it is game time here. So Black Widow with some front aero damage here on this racing car, and that is just an absolutely terrible start for her here on our second race start, and unfortunately, just one car with damage here, Jay. All right, so it is Larry Birch here. We've got Lucas 36 in second position. We've got Petrol there. We've got Tom. We've got Jake. We've got IT43 in 6th. We've got Mischievous in 7th. We got Leo in 8th. We do have another car here, but it's 2 cars. Still not enough to constitute that red flag. We got Bo Snipe here in 11th. We got Black Widow here in 12th. And we got Dirty Air here in 13th place. The ruling is 3 or more cars. Curse got his damage from the second set of chicanes. Separate incident. That's not 3 cars in one incident, that's only 1. Would you like to come and do race control then, Michael, please? I mean, seriously, the race is ongoing here. It's lap 2. We haven't called it. We're not going to call it. If the drivers want to grieve it, they can grieve it with a ticket after the race. Petrolhead here in 5th place. It's IT43 here in 6th place. It's Mischievous here in 7th. It's ATK Leo here in 8th. It's Kanji in 9th. It's Bo here in 10th. It's Black Widow in 11th. It's Dirty Air in 12th. And it's Accursed in 13th. And he's just pit to fix that damage. So I only saw 1 car with damage after the first lap. When I took a second through, I only seen 2 cars with damage. I didn't see a third until after the second chicane on Accursed. So that's why I didn't make the call. it's missed, it's missed. It's not personal, buddy. It's just what it is, my guy. It is what it is. Larry Birch here in first place. Lucas here in second. Jakey here in third place. We got Petrolhead here in fourth. We got Tom the Tech in fifth. We've got IT43 here in sixth. We've got IT43 up in the fifth. Tom the Tech here in sixth. We got Miss Devious and Tom the Tech here side by side. A little bit of contact there. Miss Devious moves up there. Kanji moves up. Leo moves up. Bo Snipe moves up. Tom the Tech settles back in here to 10th place. We got Black Widow on his bumper here in 11th position. 12th position, battling side by side. Here's he goes through Curve Grande. Right, we got Larry Birch here in the lead still. Lucas giving him a little push up the hill here. So Lucas and Larry Birch here working together right now at the front of the pack. First and second place drivers here. So that's an interesting little development happening right there. We got Jake here in third position. We got Petrol here in fourth place, second at 1.8 seconds. We got IT43 here in fifth place. We got Miss Devious here in sixth. We got Kanji here in seventh place. We've got Bo Snipe in eighth. We've got Leo here in ninth. We got Black Widow here in 10th position. We've got Tom the Tech in 11th, Dirty Air in 12th, and Accursed here in 13th. We're going to leave you with our race leader here just for... our other race leader here just for a moment as Larry Birch made a mistake into the second chicane, got reset there, and that looks like it cost him second place. Yes, as Jakey is going to go up the inside there, so that does cost him a position. We've seen that. I seen that anyways on 3 separate occasions last night in the AM division where the drivers couldn't even have time to recover the car, and the racetrack seemed to be resetting cars here. So potentially a new little game issue developing here, maybe just with this specific racetrack. I'm not sure what the deal is, but the game definitely reset Larry Birch there. So we're going to throw you on board with Lucas 36 here, and I'm going to go sort one thing out here for a minute in behind the scenes. I'm getting a couple of messages that I need to respond to, ladies and gentlemen, so just bear with me for a momento. Uno momento. Uno. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and it has been confirmed that there was only actually 2 cars involved in that first lap, or the first 2-corner incident, and it is confirmed that ATK Kirst actually did pick his damage up after the second chicane, so they are 2 separate incidents, 100% verified, and the non-red flag call was the right call to make there. So just got a little bit of verification from one of our in-house officials here. We got Lucas36 here in first place. We got Larry Birch here in second. We've got Jakey here in third place. We've got Petrol here in fourth. We've got Miss Devious here in fifth place. Let's catch up. We got Kanji back up into sixth place here. We got ATK's Leo in seventh. Black Widow's now up into eighth place here. We've got Tom the Tech in ninth. We got Dirty Air here in 10th position. We've got ATK's Accursed here in 11th. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Bow Snipe in 12th place. And we've got IT43 here in 13th position. So some pit stops have already been made here very, very early. Hey Josh, how you doing? Justin Davies coming in with the thumbs up, Aaron coming in with the thumbs up as well on the stream. So we have Lucas36 here in first place. We've got Larry Birch here in second position. We've got Jakey here in third place. We've got Petrolhead here in fourth. We've got Miss Devious here in fifth place. We've got Kanji in sixth position. He's got ATK right on his rear bumper here. Leo in that Ferrari. Definitely putting some pressure on the young man here in that Mercedes, but we do suspect to see that Mercedes is going to be quite strong here. We got Black Widow in 8th place. We got Tom in 9th. We got Dirty Air in 10th. We've got Accursed here down in now in 11th place, and of course he made that early pit stop to fix that damage and already found his way back up into some of the fighting positions here. So there's multiple strategies in the race. Really anything can happen early in the race and we can see recoveries from it. And you know, the funny example is last night's AM division, as a matter of fact, our race winner, our eventual race winner, Apex Sim Racing Superman, actually wrecked himself in lap 1 turn 2 and actually got reset on the racetrack. It cost him an additional probably 5 or 6 seconds. So it just goes to show that a little bit of strategy and some good hard-nosed laps and just a good race strategy can really make a difference even when an early on race endeavor does happen. So the couple drivers that picked up damage and occurs later in the race, or that picked up damage a couple of corners later, they will. It's a race of attrition. They will make up from it. So it's Larry Birch here in second place. Jakey's chasing him down here in third. We still got Petrol in fourth. So our top 4 are still our top 4, just in a little bit of a different order. Miss Devious here in fifth place. He has remained in fifth place for the majority of the race here so far. We've got Kanji in sixth position and doing quite well with that damage on the race car. We've got ATK Leo here and is under attack by Black Widow here. So the Ferrari driver is now going to go side by side here and heading up into Ascari. Here we go. Nope. Widow's going to get the job done heading into the braking zone there, and she's going to grab that position from ATK Leo there and move herself up into 7th place. Oof, Tom the Tech getting a little bit of a dicey exit there, eating a little bit extra curb there, but that NSX took that pretty well actually and settled right back down. Cost probably a little bit of time on the exit there, but no harm, no foul. Car's still in the right direction. We got Dirty Air here in 10th position. We've got ATK's Accursed here in 11th. We got Bow Snipe here in 12th. We got IT43 here around out the field. But some of these drivers have opted to make pit stops here already. Let's go Axe and let's go Leo and Axe. There we go. There we go. Alright, so it's Lucas36 here in first position. It's okay. The viewers are always there looking out for the best interest of what's happening on the track. It is totally okay, everybody. Seriously, it's all good. It's all good. Petrolhead here in 4th position. Miss Devious here in 5th place. Kanji here in 6th. Black Widow in 7th. We have Leo here in 8th. We've got Tom the Tech in 9th. We got Dirty Air here in 10th. We got Bow Snipe now up into 11th here. Got IT43 in 12th. And Accursed is coming in for a pit stop here. So strategy's already working into play here. The viewers save me more than I can ever thank them for. So I don't mean to come off snarky if that's what I did. I do apologize to Michael if it came off snarky. That's not what was not the intention. So I do apologize, chat. That wasn't what we were looking for there. We got Larry Birch here in 2nd place. We got Jakey here in 3rd. We got Petrolhead here in 4th. We got Miss Devious in 5th. We got Black Widow there in 6th. We got Kanji here in 7th. We got ATK here in 8th. We got Tom the Tech here in 9th. We got Dirty Air here in 10th place. We've got Bow Snipe here in 11th. We got IT43 here in 12th. We got ATK's Accursed here in 13th position. So it is Lucas 36 leading the charge here, and 8.4 seconds up the road here now, but at some point here a pit stop's going to be coming. It's not going to be this time around. We've got Larry Birch here in second position, and he's looking pretty good here too. Are we going to see him pit? Nope, he's going to go around one more time here as well. Jake, he's coming into pit lane here. We got Petrolhead's going to opt to go around, so he'll move into third place there with that pit stop from Jakey. We got Miss Devious coming around. She's going to grab a P4. We got Black Widow here. She is coming into pit lane here as well, so that will give up the positions to the drivers in behind. We got, I think it was Kanji coming into pit lane there as well. Leo's going to stay out here for another lap. We got Tom the Tech here in 6th. We got Dirty Air here in 7th. We got Bo Snipe coming around. He should be able to grab some positions. Depends how much fuel the drivers are taking too as well. We have Bo Snipe here in 8th place. Everybody's changing positions as the pit stop sequence is going through here. We got IT43 up into 9th place here. Jakey comes back out in 10th place here. So he's going to beat the rest of the crew out of pit lane there. Of course, he did come in before the rest of the drivers that are in there. We have Kanji here in 11th. We got Black Widow in 12th. And Kurt's now out on track from his pit stop. He pit before those 3 drivers, of course, too. Jake, Black Widow, and Kanji. So we should be seeing another round of pit stops coming from the rest of our drivers here in the field, I would imagine. Keep pushing, Birch. Keep pushing, Birch. You'll be back shortly, Kilt. You know where we'll be, my guy. We got Lucas 36 here in 8.8 seconds up the road, but a pit stop coming here for Lucas 36. Much of the same thing I would assume for Larry Birch here. I mean, I'm just looking at what I'm seeing. I'm only making that determination based off of what we can see on the screen in front of us here. Petrol's coming around here and potentially probably going to come into pit lane to follow our race leaders here, I'd imagine, as well. But we'll wait and see. So we do have Lucas 36. He's going to give up the lead here, coming into pit lane potentially anyways. We have Larry Birch coming around Curve Parabolica here right now. He's going to dive into pit lane. You can tell just by the fact that they're still nice and tight to that inside line. It looks like Petrol has no intentions on coming into pit lane. Oh, a little bit laggy coming around the corner there. And all right. Miss Devious is also going to come into pit lane here, so we've got ATK Leo. Is he going to come into pit lane here? An interesting strategy here. He's on a much different strategy than the rest of the field here. It's quite interesting, actually. Got Tom the Tech here in 6th place, so Leo actually comes out in behind Lucas 36. Yes, Lucas 36 had a big enough gap there that Leo is just going to come out looking like just in behind Lucas 36 here. So there we go, out on those cold racing tires there. A little bit of avoidance action there. It's a tough corner to make when you have hot lap traffic and pit lap traffic coming out at the same time there. They did the right thing. Lucas stayed to the inside line and Leo had the outside line, but Lucas was just unable to on those cold racing tires hold that corner. So Leo just did the right thing there and just didn't want to damage his racing car, and that is, I mean, that's racing. That's racing. They did everything they could in the situation that was presented to them there. No contact was made. That was a good job by those two sorting that out. Got Dirty Airs up in a 3rd place here from PPR as well. He's having a good race here so far for himself tonight. Got Bo Snipe up at the 4th place here. We got IT43 in 5th. We got Larry Birch in 6th after his pit stop. We got Petrol here in 7th. We got Jake in 8th place. We've got Miss Devious here in 9th, so Petrol did jump over Jake in the pit stop sequence there. We've got Black Widow in 10th position, 5.9 seconds the gap between her and Miss Devious here right now. Kanji here in 11th place, and we lost a driver. We've got Tom the Tech here in 12th, and it looks like we lost a Cursed here, I think. We most certainly did. We most certainly did. We most certainly did. Let's go pro class, says Benjamin. How you doing, Pame? Larry P2. I don't think Larry was on TSG before Aaron. I think he was just independent before he went to Apex, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Him and Corey have had some pretty good battles in the past in other series. I think is why he's a big fan of Larry's. Lucas 36 here in 1st place. We got Leo here right in behind here in 2nd place. And just different strategies being handed out by some of the drivers here. It's very interesting to see them all play out. We got Dirty Airs coming into pit lane here now. What's Bo Snipe going to do? He's going to go around here. Of course, I think he picked quite a bit earlier in the race on an alternate strategy than the rest of the field here as well. IT43, I think, did much of the same thing and is right in behind Bo Snipe there in 4th place. It's going to give Larry Birch 5th place there. So as drivers start to pit in front of him, he's picking spots back up. Got Petrolhead here in 6th place, and Jakey is putting the pressure on here, and Jakey's going to take a look now as we head down into turns 1 and 2. And looks like he should be able to get that done. Nice and tidy little pass there from Apex Jakey on Petrolhead. And job done as we head through turn 2. So now Petrolhead drops a spot down into 7th place. Misdevious here in 8th position currently on the track. About 7 seconds in behind those drivers. Black Widow's about 4 seconds in behind Misdevious closing in. Kanji is just 2.5 seconds closing in behind the Genesis there of Black Widow as well. So we got Tom the Tech here in 11th place. We got Dirty Air here in 12th. And we got ATK Accursed retired here early on in the race tonight due to whatever happened. I think it was a disconnect, but call it a mechanical failure, and in behind the wall he goes. Jakey is in 3rd place. He's just different tire situations right now. Got Lucas 36 here in 1st place right now, and it's 9/10 of a second gap over Leo here in 2nd place. We got Bo in 3rd position. We got IT43 very close behind here in 4th place, and we've noticed something here too as well, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday we seen a lot of orange on the racetrack, and we're seeing much of the same thing here tonight from our pro division. And again, that's just to show our support for Truth and Reconciliation Day that just happened over the weekend here in Canada. It's an important movement happening here in Canada, and we just would like to thank the drivers for showing the community here in Canada that extra support from the sim racing community. And of course, again, like I said, at some point this week here, we'll get some more information up in my Discord server about what that means and what it's about, so everybody can find out more if you're, of course, interested to learn more. We have Black Widow here in 9th position. We've got Kanji here in 10th place. We've got Tom the Tech here in 11th, and we got Dirty Air here in 12th position as well. So Lucas 36 car is always orange, so he just said he wants bonus points. What do you think, chat? You think we get bonus points away just for being lucky? I don't think so. The Lambo just walks that vet. That Lambo was that was efficient pass right there for sure. So Lucas is now starting to open the gap up here a little bit on the ATK driver here in the Ferrari. 1.9 seconds now that gap. Bo is about 7 seconds in behind him, but he hasn't made a pit stop yet. So again, interesting strategy coming from the Ferrari here tonight. He had an interesting strategy last week, and it resulted in 1 race win out of the 2 races, and he's got an interesting strategy here again tonight. Let's see how it works out for him. Got Jake here in 5th place right now, and 7 seconds now the gap to IT43 up in front of him there. Ooh, a little bit of a wiggle there as we're coming through Lesmo too, and you got to be careful through those corners. They're not very friendly. If you get a little too much exit curb, it can be a bad day, and you can be talking to barrier across the track if you break that traction free. So you got to be a little bit careful getting it too wrong out of the second Lesmo there, especially. We got Larry Birch closing in here in 7th place as well, and he has been looking real solid here after a couple of weeks away from the racetrack here as well. We got Misdevious in 8th place. We got Black Widow in 9th. We got Kanji from VPR in 10th place. Camera guy skipped right over that Stars and Stripes car there as he's coming through Ascari here right now, heading towards Curve Parabolica himself. And we got Leo and Bo Snipe up in front there now, coming into pit lane here. So strategy starting to play out for some of those drivers, and that will be the first stop for ATK Leo here as well. Doing great, man. Orange is delicious. TDC Paradise coming in with the thumbs up. Chris coming in with the thumbs up. Corey coming in with the thumbs up as well. We appreciate everybody. If I've missed you, we'll get to you after the stream as well. We just haven't been able to have a chance to update ourselves because we want to see what's happening on a racetrack here. So much like our AM division last night, these guys have kind of spread out, got little packs going on based off the strategy plays and calls that are happening on the racetrack right now, but definitely separation between the field here right now as we're just about 22 minutes into the race here. We're nearing our halfway point. We're not seeing a whole lot of hard battling, and that's not surprising. This is the point in the race where typically you see all the drivers kind of settle into their strategies or pace, and you don't see them over push in this part of the race. Typically Dirty Hair making a mistake coming out of turn 2 there, and that's going to allow Bo Snipe to get a run on him here. And it's McLaren versus McLaren here actually in 11th and 12th place right now, and Bo Snipe of course is coming out of pit lane, so he's got to get those tires back up to temperature here as well. And is he going to take a look here? He is going to take a look under braking side by side as we head into the chicane, and out brakes Dirty Air there to get the position through the corner. So that was a great move there from Apex Sim Racing's Bo Snipe, getting around Dirty Air there, and he moves himself back up into 11th position. So let's move back up in the grid, see what's happening here. We got Lucas 36 still in the lead of this race. We got RIWT2 chasing in behind here in second place. We got Petrolhead here in third place. Our cameraman's having a hard time apparently here tonight, with Jakey just in tow here in fourth position. So swapping positions back and forth, those two are right now on the racetrack. We got Larry Birch here in fifth. He's falling a little bit off the pace of those two up in front here right now. Misdevious and Black Widow here in sixth and seventh position as we come around the curve parabolica here to finish lap 12 for these two as well. And the two ladies sitting here nose to tail as they head up the racetrack there, and you can see some of the drivers just up ahead of them there as well. Oh, we're gonna go side by side here. All right, let's check it out. Side by side, Black Widow moves ahead there on the outside, and ooh, little bit of a mistake there as Mischievous has to just check up a little bit there. She didn't mean to get into the back end of that car there. Of course, difference in cars too, and I think what's what we're seeing sometimes here is the drivers just in their different braking points or different turning points, and that it creates a little bit of chaos on the racetrack sometimes. And I think that was a point in case of that there. Tucked into the draft to try not to lose the position in the car, and maybe not expecting quite an early break from that driver perhaps, but definitely a little bit of contact there, but they all make it through safe and sound. Cost them a little bit of time there. Got Bo here in 10th place. We got Dirty in 11th. We got RIWT2. Ooh, that juicy 3-second track limit penalties slapped down from race control for, well, cutting a pit line penalty there. Yeah, McLaren. Oh, Jay, you know we love you, right? Alright, Petrolhead here is in the lead of this race right now, obviously with the race leaders pitting with Lucas and RIWT2, and oh, he gets it all kinds of wrong through his Scari there. Oh boy, plus a penalty on top of it. That's going to be a P1 here given to Jake as he comes around there, and that was just a calamity of errors there from Petrol. He got a little bit wrong coming into the final corner of his Scari, tried to correct it, overcorrected it, caught a little bit of curb, got all kinds of wrong coming out of his Scari, and then got that collected back up, and then had to serve that penalty. So a little trifecta of bad luck there for Petrolhead, and that allows Jakey to grab a 1.6 gap and the race lead from him there. So whoopsies, that happens, but lots of race left with just over 25 minutes remaining, sorry. Black Widow here in 4th place. We got Mischievous in 5th. We got Kanji in 6th. We got Lucas in 7th. We got Tom in 8th with Leo here in 9th position. Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing. We got Apex Bo Snipe in 10th place there, just in behind those drivers. We got Dirty Air just in behind Bo there in 11th place still. And RIWT2 is about 5 seconds down the road in 12th place, but on a fresh pit stop. So about halfway through the race, we've seen a couple stops from some drivers, and we've only seen one stop from other drivers. So strategy starting to play. So here we go. It's Jakey in the race lead here, and Petrolhead here in 2nd place. And these two are on slightly different strategies, as Jake pit much sooner than Petrolhead did, by about 2 laps, I think, last time. And it looks like we're going to see about the same thing this time. However, with that being said, currently right now, Jakey does have that advantage over the Petrol here, but not enough, obviously, unless he pits in behind him to come back out in front of him. Got Larry Birch here. He's in 3rd place, and he's been having a great race here tonight. He had great qualifying. He's had great race pace here, and just one mistake here early on in the racetrack, but still looking solid in 3rd place. He's got Black Widow chasing there in 4th position, and Mischievous there 3.5 seconds behind there in 5th. We have Kanji here in the Stars and Stripes Mercedes, of course, here in 6th position, about 5 seconds just under in behind Mischievous currently on the racetrack. But again, can't really predict who's in the best position to win this race right now at the midway point. There's a lot of varying tire strategies we've been seeing, and a lot of pit stop strategies we're seeing already in this race. We got Lucas 36 here in 7th place. This driver obviously has good pace. Got Tom the Tech here in 8th position. So we do have Jakey now coming into pit lane with 4% fuel left in the tank there, as you can see on the screen. Got Bo Snipe just in behind still there in 9th place. He's managed to make his way around Leo, so Leo's going to settle back in 10th there, and Dirty Air is still on the prowl here in 11th position as well. And we're seeing the drivers having to swap out those tire compounds. Again, that hard tire has to be used here in the race tonight, and it has to be used for a full flying circuit lap. So for the drivers that started on that hard tire, they were able to come off of it at the end of lap 2, but for the drivers that are going to use that hard tire in the middle stint, essentially it's going to be a 3-lap run with them, because you have to do your out lap, a full lap, and an in lap in order to come in and get back off those hard tires. But it'd be interesting to see how that plays out into the driver strategies, like it always does. Got Mischievous here currently running in second position. We've got Lucas 36 here running in third position. He's got 19 seconds to Petrolhead here, currently right now the race leader. We got Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing in fourth place. He's got Bo Snipe still very close in tow, just on the edge of that slipstream range here currently right now in that McLaren. ATK's Leo here in the fifth place as well, and sixth place, and still holding off Dirty Air here, but Dirty Air is very in that slipstream right now, and just patient driving here. Again, the middle part of this race, driver's not trying to force any battles here. If it's in front of them and it's available, they're going to take it. I mean, obviously they're going to go and grab that position, but they're not really forcing anything here right now in the middle part of this race. They're just trying to keep the cars safe, secure some position, maybe save a little fuel, try to save some time in a later pit stop. We got IT43 here in 8th place, and Jakey settles in behind in 9th place after his pit stop there as well. So IT43 and Jakey both making a pit last lap. Larry Birch, after a pit stop here, now comes back out in 10th place, and he's got Black Widow in tow in 11th place, and Kanji also off a fresh stop here in 12th place. Only 10 seconds off the back there, getting the corner a little bit wrong there, coming through the first Lesmo. He's going to take a little bit of gravel on those tires. You're going to have to get that off of there. I feel like the strat will be like from Red Bull Ring. Yeah, it might. It could be, Aaron. It could be. It's hard to say which strat's the better strat. We definitely got some varying ones on the racetrack here tonight. But we do have Petrolhead here in the lead. We've got Miss Devious here running in second position. We've got Lucas 36 here in third position. We've got Tom the Tech here in fourth place, and Bo Snipe here in fifth. We've got Leo here in sixth place, and he's battling with Dirty Air. Dirty Air has just gotten that position from him here, coming out of Curve Parabolica in that big long front stretch. He gets the job done moving into turns 1 and 2. Are we going to see a response from Leo here? It doesn't appear that we are going to see a response here, as Dirty Air is going to secure that position and move up ahead of that Ferrari driver there in 6th place for the time being here. We got IT43 starting to close in on these two, and he's bringing Jakey along for the ride with him. We got Larry Birch here in 10th place, and he's got a little bit of time to make up there, but he does have that Genesis in behind the Black Widow, starting to try and track him back down here as well. And we got Kanji here in 12th place, rounding out our field here, and we got ATK's a curse, unfortunately, down and out here tonight, and I think a disconnect. I'm not really sure what happened there, as we didn't quite catch what happened. We'll review it at the, of course, the end of the race night, just to make sure everything was okay and all that. We'll check in on the driver, but also a nominated driver of the day for the Pro-Am here already. We've got Miss Devious here in second place. We've got Lucas 36 in third, and what is that gap? Still 19 seconds to our race leader here. Tom the Tech's in fourth, so he may or may not leapfrog depending where he is, but he is going to have to make a pit stop here, so I'm going to say that's going to be a not. We got Bo Snipe here in fifth place, and different strategies. They went in at the same time, but one has less fuel than the other, so that's interesting. Got Dirty Air here in sixth place, and our race leader's now in pit lane, and now we got IT43 starting to try and get the job done here on the Ferrari driver, and he is going to get it done just before we enter the braking zone into Curve Parabolica here. Jake's going to settle in behind these two, and he's got to make his way around that Ferrari now, as IT43 is going to try and break free here a little bit. So we got Apex Jake. He gets it done on the inside of Curve Parabolica there. He gets it done, and he's now going to try and tuck right back into in behind IT43 here and continue to charge back up the racetrack. So Leo's going to tuck in behind Jakey here and continue on charging down the track in behind these guys as well. So Leo losing a couple of spots there in a handful of corners. We've got Petrolhead here just coming out of pit lane. He's coming out in 8th place, so he was in the race lead there, keeping that in mind. We've got Black Widow here. She's made her way around Larry Birch here, now up into 9th position, and a little bit of a car slide coming from Larry Birch there as he comes around turns 1 and 2. We've got Kanji here in 11th, and now we've got Tom the Tech just coming out of pit lane here after a pit stop in 12th position, and the gap is looking like it's about 7.5 seconds here currently. So you can see one pit stop and it's right to the back of the pack almost here in this division. It's very hard to make up time once you lose it against these drivers. They're very close pace, and right now it's Misdevious with the race lead here. Too tired, he said. Yeah, I gotcha. No, yeah, no, Risky didn't come in tonight. We got 18 minutes left, baby. 18 minutes. 18. Alright, Lucas 36 here in second place. We've got Bo Snipe in third position. We got Dirty Air here in fourth place. We got IT43 in fifth, and we got Jake here in sixth position. So this train is a rolling, And Jake is going to move outside of Ian after having to serve that penalty. Going to get a free spot. Going to move up into 5th place. And he's also going to tuck himself right in behind Dirty Air here up in front as they come around the racetrack. Mysterious coming into pit lane there as she's on 0% fuel. So very, very close to the end of that fuel tank as she comes into pit lane there. And these drivers are going to grab that position up as she's getting that service in pit lane. We've got IT43 here in 5th place. We got Leo in 6th. We got Petrol in 7th. We got that Porsche getting fueled up there. We got Black Widow coming out here in 8th place as well. We got Larry Birch coming around. It's going to be in 9th place there for Larry Birch and still fueling up that Porsche. They just released her. There is Kanji's coming around Curve Parabolica here, and is he going to be able to grab that position on this Devious? It's going to be close there. She's going to come out right about the time he comes down at the end of pit wall here, I think. And nope, she's out a little bit sooner, so she is going to get out ahead of Kanji there into turns 1 and 2. Before he even gets at the end of pit wall. So we got Lucas 36 now back in the lead, 12 seconds to gap the Bow Snipe. We've got Jake here in 3rd position. We got Dirty Air here in 4th. We got IT43 in 5th. We got Petrol there in 6th. He's got a half-second penalty there too, as well as he came out of that chicane, so that's not ideal, with Leo right in behind him there in 7th position. He's just been tucked in there for a couple of laps now. We got Black Widow in the background there. She's starting to chase here in 8th place as well. We've got Larry Birch here in 9th position, with Miss Devious coming out there in 10th place after that most recent pit stop. Got Kanji here from VPR in 11th place. And we got Flying Fox Racing Tonda Tech here in 12th, and that's just fresh from new pit stops as well. So we're still going to see some pit stops happening yet before this race is over, without a question of a doubt. Alright, Black Widow taking fastest lap on the racetrack here with a 147.726 currently. Lucas 36 leading the charge. Bow Snipe here up in 2nd place. 3-second gap to him and Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here, who is now in 3rd position. We got Dirty Air here in 4th place as well, and he's just coming into pit lane there. You can see 5% fuel in the tank on that driver's car, so that's going to give IT43 4th place back, and Petrolhead up a spot there into 5th, Leo into 6th, Black Widow into 7th, Larry into 8th place, and Dirty Air is just getting that fuel in that racing car right now. That's going to give Miss Devious 9th position here as well. Kanji is coming into pit lane there, and Tom the Tech here in 12th place. So some alternate strategies going on everywhere here tonight. And what do we got left there? We got 15 minutes on the clock. Yeah, it's not showing up top there for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, so it's Bow Snipe here as he enters through Lesmo 1. He's got Lesmo 2 up next. You can see Jakey just coming through Lesmo 1 there. You can see IT43. I mean, the drivers aren't separated by much. Half-second track limit penalty there. Not ideal. Got Black Widow and Leo side by side there as we come through Lesmo 1 and battling into Lesmo 2. And it's going to be Black Widow getting the job done there. Leo's going to settle back into 7th position, and a nice little battle happening there between those two through the Lesmos. We got Larry Birch here in 8th place with Mischievous there 10 seconds behind in 9th. We got Dirty Air here in 10th. We got Tom the Tech here in 11th. We got Kanji rolling down the track here in 12th position. So 14 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be Lucas 36 to start lap 20 here. And it is a 149.0 there from him that time around. We got Bow Snipe here. We're just taking to take a look at these times. Super consistent times here from these drivers on the racetrack. Bo isn't going to have the fuel. What's up, baby? Going to be close between Jake and Luke if Luke has to save fuel. I tend to agree with you a little bit there. Lucas is going to make one more stop here yet, though. We got Jake, he's 15 seconds in behind. I don't know if he has enough fuel there either. Got IT43 here. He's definitely not looking like he's got the fuel to continue all the way through. Petrolhead looks like he may be close. So this may be our first driver that actually has enough fuel on board to potentially get to the end. We've got Black Widow here in 5th place, and I don't think she's going to have fuel to the end there either. We've got ATK's Leo here. He's at just under 25% fuel, but he's been doing a great job at really managing tires and fuel this race. So he's the only driver that's still on one pit stop here so far tonight. We've got Larry here in 7th. We've got Miss Devious here in 8th, and it looks like she may have the fuel to potentially get the rest of the distance as well. We've got Bow Snipe here in 9th position. He has taken a full load of fuel, so he's definitely looking for a run to the finish line without stopping here. with just a few minutes remaining when we got 13 minutes remaining, just under. Dirty Air here in 10th place, much of the same thing. Tom the Tech here. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And we got Kanji here. He took a pretty good load of fuel there in that last pit stop as well. So Lucas 36 is going to be coming into pit lane here. Definitely this time around, without a question of a doubt. He won't make it around if he doesn't. So he's going to come into pit lane here. And here we go. Strategy starting to kick in now. 6-7 more laps, so you reckon? Alright, Jakey, is he going to follow Lucas in, or is he going to do an overcut here? Ooh, big slide through curve parabolica there, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time here on this exit. Not ideal. He's planning on coming into pit lane here, so I'm actually kind of not surprised to see that IT43 is also going to be coming into pit lane here from 3rd place as well. Black Widow's going to go around. Petrolhead's coming back into pit lane here. Leo is going to go around again. We've got Larry Birch also flying into pit lane there in behind, and Miss Devious is going to probably go around again. Obviously she just stopped, but we don't know what these drivers' strategies are. Snipe in 9th, we got Dirty Air here in 10th, we got Tom the Tech here in 11th, and we got Kanji here rounding out the field in 12th place. And I mean, we're getting down to the wire here now. It's going to be getting down to the nitty, the last 10 minutes of the race here. So all these drivers are going to be pushing. They're going to be pushing now. Alright, Black Widow with a half-second track limit penalty, our current race leader right now, but again, not looking like she's got the fuel to continue all the way here either. Leo still owes a hard tire compound here in the race, to as far as yes, he does, so he's going to be, definitely has to make another stop here yet in this race. Lucas 36 has 16 seconds from Black Widow here in 3rd place, so that should be enough time for him to grab back 1st place there. Miss Devious is just in behind Lucas 36 there in 4th place. We got Petrol trailing in 5th, got Bo there in 6th, we got Jakey in 7th now in behind Bo, so Jakey comes out in behind Bo. Snipe there. IT43 comes out in behind Jakey there in 8th place. Dirty Air comes here, he's sitting in 9th currently. We got Larry Birch coming out in 10th place after his stop there. Looks like Tom the Tech is going to continue rolling here in 11th, and Kanji here in 12th place. So it's a question if some of these drivers are going to have the fuel. It looks like some of these drivers have no intentions on stopping anymore here, but some of these drivers have yet to still make that final stop. Let's go TT, let's go Leo, let's go TT. Hey, everybody's up in the house here tonight. We'd love to see the fans of Black Widow. Race leader's going to come in, make that final stop of the race here tonight as well. Got ATK, what's he going to do here? I think he's going to have to come in. No, he's going to go around one more here. Alright, interesting strategy we're seeing from our drivers here. We've got Lucas 36 here, and Lucas 36 is in pretty good shape here tonight here, looking for a race win right now. So he is going to move up into 2nd place there. Miss Devious is going to come through here. She's got 4th place currently, going to move up into 3rd, obviously with the pit stop from Black Widow up in front. That's going to put Petrolhead there in 4th. It should put Bo and Jakey up ahead there as well. We see Bo coming through, we see Jakey coming through. Got Black Widow here in 7th. We got Dirty Air. Is he going to grab that position on her? No, he's going to... maybe? It's going to be close. She's on cold racing tires. She's going to move over to the racing line there. She has plenty of time to get out in front of that driver there. And Dirty Air is just not quite able to jump that driver coming out of pit lane there. So Black Widow settles back in here in 8th position. Dirty Air is in 9th. We got Larry here in 10th. We got Tom in 11th. And we got Kanji here coming across that line there, rounding our field in 12th place. And of course ATK Cursed with the DNF here tonight in behind pit wall about lap 8 or 9, somewhere in there, I think. So it is Leo here in 1st place. It's Lucas 36 here in 2nd position as well. We got Petrol now ahead of Miss Devious. So Petrolhead has gotten around Miss Devious here. So Miss Devious is going to settle in 4th place and behind that Corvette. We've got Jakey chasing here in 5th place. 3 seconds to gap to Petrolhead and Miss Devious up in front. He's got both Snipe not too far in behind, just 1 second in behind him as well. We got Black Widow has made her way around. IT43 here now trying to chase those drivers down in front, and it's 8.7 second gap there from her to the front pack. IT43 tucked right in behind, trying to follow her through. We got Dirty Air right there in 9th place, trying to catch up to those two just up ahead here as well. We got Larry Birch coming around Ascari here, and it's 2.8 seconds now to Dirty Air up in front. We got Tom the Tech here in 11th, and we got Kanji in 12th place. So our race leader is now Lucas 36 here, as ATK Leo has come into pit lane, and this will be his final stop, and I'm assuming we're going to see that Racing Hard tire coming onto that racing car here now. We got Petrolhead here in second position after that pit stop from Leo. We got Misdevious in third place. That puts Jakey here in fourth and closing. 2.4 seconds now is that gap. Got Bo Snipe just still right there in behind Jakey, 1.9 seconds. We got Black Widow 8 seconds in behind those two, and the IET43 still very close in behind, just outside that slipstream range here. Currently heading into turns 1 and 2. Dirty Air is still right there as well, and we may start seeing some battles brewing here before the end of the race. Here we got Larry Birch in 9th, Leo here in 10th place. We got Tom in 11th, and we got Kanji here in 12th. So let's go find us some battles here. Let's get us some late race battles. Got Rusty coming in with the thumbs up. Payme coming in with the thumbs up on the stream as well. Appreciate y'all. Got Lucas here in first position. We got Petrolhead here in second place. It's Misdevious here in third position. It is Jake here in fourth place. It's Bo Snipe here in fifth position as well. Black Widow in sixth. Got IT43 here in seventh position. It's Dirty Air here in eighth. It's Larry Birch in ninth position. ATK's Leo here in 10th place. We've got Tom the Tech in 11th and Kanji here in 12th. So a little bit of an interesting race here so far. I got spicy early, settled down, got a little spicy, settled down, and now we're just waiting for the spicy again. So are we going to see the spicy? Lucas has a good lead, 5.3 seconds. Petrolhead's trying to cut into it, but Lucas really isn't giving him any ground here. Misdevious is sitting in third place here, just in behind Petrol here, and Jakey is right there in fourth place now, closing the door here. So 1.3 seconds. It was 2.4, so he's gained about a second that time around the racetrack. We got Bo Snipe currently sitting in fifth place, and he's losing a little bit of time on Jake up in front here. We got Black Widow in sixth position, and the gap is now 6 seconds to Bo Snipe up in front with 6 minutes remaining in the race. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough time, but fastest lap on the track there, improved by Black Widow, 47.292. Got Dirty Air and Larry Birch here nose to tail now as we head up the front straight here as well. This is going to be a battle for 8th and 9th position. Larry's going to take a look up heading into the inside, heading into turn 1 and 2, and he's actually going to get a pass done in the slingshot. And a little bit of contact there between the two cars. As of course Dirty Air came in a little bit quicker. A different car comes in a little bit faster to maintain momentum there, and just got into the back of Larry there a little bit, but no harm, no foul. Both drivers continue along their way. Got Leo here in 10th place. We got Tom the Tech is 10 seconds in behind. We got Candy here in 12th. Can Tom the Tech close up on ATK Leo in the end of the race here? I couldn't remember who was sitting there. We've got Lucas 36 here in the lead, still only 5.3 seconds, so he hasn't ran away from the group, but he's not given any time up. He is basically maintaining the pace of the race here at this point. We've got Petrolhead here in second position, and as he comes around here, it is 1.4 seconds to Misdevious, but Misdevious has Apex Jake closing in here in behind, and he's going to take a look up the inside here as we head into Curve Parabolica, and side by side is Jake and Misdevious, and they are going to be Jake now moving up into third place. Misdevious moving down into fourth place there, so a nice pass made there by Jake heading through the final corner of the racetrack here. Misdevious is going to tuck in behind, see what she can do to respond. Bo Snipe here in the fifth position. Black Widow here in sixth place, 6.3 seconds that gap. Got IT43 here in seventh position. We got Larry Birch here in eighth. We got Dirty Air in ninth. Leo closing in a little bit here in 10th place. 2.2 seconds is that gap now. Tom the Tech here in 11th and Kanji in 12th. I think Tom the Tech here is in a little bit of fuel saving mode here there for a while. I think it was getting a little bit iffy on fuel for him. I think he just had to check up a little bit there, but now it looks like he's going to have enough here, or he's going to be very close. Lucas 36 here, he's coming through the second chicane for the 25th time here at Monza tonight. And 5.5 seconds now is that gap. Petrol here in second, Jakey in third, Misdevious here in fourth. And anything can happen here yet for this battle up in the second, third, and fourth place. All three of those drivers fairly close together. We got Bo Snipe just 4 seconds behind that group as well. Black Widow's trying to close in on Bo Snipe, 5.2 seconds here, but timer is ticking, so all these drivers are more than aware that they're running out of time to make it happen. We got Larry Birch here in 8th place. We got Dirty Air in 9th. We got Leo here in 10th place. We've got Tom the Tech in 11th, and we got Kanji here rolling in 12th place. So Lucas 36, 5.2 seconds. Petrolhead 8 into that, just a tiny little bit here as he comes out of Ascari. And this Corvette has been pretty solid here in the series when he's been able to get it on track here and compete. So Corvette has looked good all season long. We got Jakey here in third position. Mischievous just in behind there in fourth place, still in the slipstream, but just on the edge of that slipstream here as they come around curve parabolica here. Bull Snipe 3.5 seconds in behind those two drivers here now as well, and double stinting those tires. We got IT43 here in 7th place. We got Larry Birch here in 8th place. We've got Dirty Air here in 9th. We got Leo Rocket Rolling in 10th place. We've got Tom the Tech here in 11th. We got Kanji in 12th position. So everybody has an opportunity at getting another position in this race if they can just get a little bit of fortune or something like that. But the driver's definitely looking a little on point here, especially at the end of the race now. Obviously no driver wants to make that mistake. Got Lucas 36 here in first place. We got Petrol here in second. We got Jake here in third place. We got Mischievous here in fourth. We got Bo here in fifth. We've got Black Widow here in sixth. We've got IT43 here in 7th. We've got Larry Birch here in 8th. We got Dirty Air here in 9th place. We've got Leo here in 10th position. We got Tom the Tech here in 11th. And we got Kanji moving up into 11th here. It looks like Tom the Tech did have to come in for a splash of fuel. So we were a little bit concerned of whether or not he had enough fuel a few laps ago. And it just turns out he's going to fall about a lap and a half short here on the racetrack today. And that's unfortunate there, as he's going to have to get a splash of fuel in that racing car. So it's Lucas 36 here coming around the track, looking pretty good on that Petrol, and it's Jakey and Petrolhead battling here as we lead into Ascari. Petrol going defensive, Jakey trying to hold it on the outside there. And is he going to get the run as we come through Ascari here? It's hard to say. We're going to stick with this for a minute as Petrolhead and Jakey here now battling for second and third position. Mischievous just sitting in behind, and you can see a couple of cars there rolling up close behind here in the background as well. So it is Petrolhead here coming around the corner, and I think he may have double stinted his tires as well, ladies and gentlemen, judging by the amount of tire wear on him here. But he is definitely feeling the heat from that Lamborghini in behind right now, Jake, as he continues to try and put the pressure on here. We got Mischievous in fourth position here as well, and it's down to the final lap here. We got Bo Snipe and Black Widow. That gap is now only 2.9 seconds between those two drivers, so she did a pretty good job of closing them up last lap. Got IT43 here in 7th place, and Larry Birch is closing in. It's almost less than a second at this point. We got Dirty Air here in 9th. We got Leo in 10th. Got Kanji here in 11th, and he's going to have a half-second track limit penalty there, unfortunately, to serve this time around. We got Tom the Tech here rounding our field in 12th place. Lucas, 9-second gap here now. Mischievous is in second place here, so oh boy, something happening here between Petrol and Jakey, and we're going to have to try and see if we can get a look there. And nope, it happened obviously into turns 1 and 2 there, so very interesting. There we go. Of course we missed it. That's the way it always goes. So Mischievous now in second place. We got Jake in third place. We got Petrol here in fourth. We got Bo Snipe in fifth. We got Black Widow here in sixth. We got IT43 in seventh, and Larry Birch in eighth. I mean, drivers are starting to close up here. We got Dirty Air in ninth. We got Leo here in 10th. Kanji and Tom the Tech already coming across the line here. We're going to try and stick with this front pack here, because I don't know what's going on here, but everybody's real close here all of a sudden. We've got Petrolhead now here up in third place, and oh boy, everything is just going wrong here for some of these drivers right here. We got Bowie now in fourth. We got Black Widow now up in the fifth. We got Jake here in sixth place with some damage on that racing car, so something went wrong there. He must have made a mistake, or there was an incident on the, I don't know, but boy, oh boy, he is along for the ride here, and it's such a great race to fall apart for poor Jake right there. Lucas coming across, he's going to take the race win here. It's a drag race between Mischievous and Petrolhead. Mischievous is out of fuel, so Petrol's going to take a P2 away from Mischievous there, and Bull Snipe is going to grab a P3 around Mischievous there as well, and Black Widow's going to give Mischievous a bump across the line. There's going to be fourth and fifth place finish between the two drivers there, and we've seen that last night as well. IT43 here in sixth place. It's going to be Larry Birch right behind in seventh. We got Jakey here in eighth place, and oh boy, I don't know what happened to him there, but we'll definitely be interested to see that in the highlight reel. We got Dirty Air here in ninth position, and we got Leo coming across here, final driver to take checkered flag here tonight in 10th place, and he is very low on fuel here as well. well. So we've seen third place literally lost at the start checker at the start finish line in our AM division last night, and we just seen third place literally lost here in our pro division here due to the same thing. Technically second place actually to a driver running out of fuel. So oh boy. No way, Jake just sold that, says Pay Me. Oh, gee. I don't think he sold it. I think, I don't know. It's unfortunate we missed it. I'm sure there was a good battle going on between him and Petrolhead there, but it is going to be Lucas 36 with the race victory here, and we're just going to save that replay. Alright, so it's Lucas 36 with the race victory here. It's going to be Petrolhead in second place. Could be Bull Snipe in third. Miss Devious here coasting across the line with a little help from her teammate Black Widow in fifth place. It's going to be IT43 here in sixth. Larry Birch from Apex Sim Racing in seventh. It's going to be Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here in eighth place. And fastest lap belonging to Black Widow with a 147.292. Dirty Air is going to take ninth position. ATK Leo is going to take 10th place. Kanji Club is going to take 11th. Tom the Tech in 12th place, and ATK's Accursed with a DNF here tonight in 13th position. Somewhere between laps 8 and 10 there. He had some form of issue and had to get the car pulled in behind pit wall there, so we're not sure exactly what that issue was currently, but we'll definitely have to get behind the scenes and find out more after the broadcast here. So Payment coming in with a thumbs up. We got Joe coming in with a thumbs up. He either sold or there is beef. This is one or the other, man. You're not wrong, Payment. You're not wrong, brother. You're not wrong. No, says Lucky Alpha. Hey, that's racing. That's racing. So, the fuel man needed to put about another couple liters up in that Porsche. He needed to squish it in there somehow, unfortunately, and that's just the way it goes. The fuel was definitely a big issue here in the race tonight. Not surprised. We talked about it and touched on it before the beginning of the broadcast, pardon me. So not surprised to see fuel end up being a factor in somebody's race here tonight. And unfortunately for Miss Devious, sorry, I was just reading a message there that came through. While we wait for podium interviews here, we're going to just flip over to the interviewee screen. We'll throw you off with that highlight video, and then we'll have a little chat with our pro podium finishers there. And boy, what an absolutely spicy finish to the race there. It's unfortunate we didn't catch what happened there, but you'll see it in the highlight reel, so look out for that next week in the YouTube channel there, ladies and gentlemen. But let's flip you over. Let's get you to a highlight reel, and we'll wait for our pro division drivers to come and have a chat with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. And we are just going to go check on our interviewees. And look at that, we have all three of our interviewees here. So let's go have a chat with our podium finishers here. And much like last night's race, we had a pretty crazy finish at the start finish line there. One driver running out of fuel, and a couple of drivers benefiting from said driver running out of fuel. So, one of those drivers being Bo Snipe. He started back the pack there tonight at the start of the race and worked his way through ever so bit, race by lap, and played his strategy out. And at the end of the day, finds himself standing in third place overall here. So, congratulations on a great race here tonight to start with, and talk us through how the evening went for you here tonight.
It went really well. Avoided penalties, uh, stuck to my strategy, stayed true to that. Just tried to keep it on track and keep it out of trouble.
Absolutely, and such a fast division, a very fast racetrack, and a car that, in a sense, compared to some of the cars on the grid, a little bit underpowered when it comes to that top end, that high speed when you got that thing going full out. So, what was your plan, I guess, coming in to try and combat the fact that you knew that your car might not necessarily have that big straight line speed that some of these other competitors on the track are going to have here this evening?
Yeah, so I had two strategies in mind. The first one was going to be if if the field got off to a great start and my first couple of laps were really good and I could maintain a pace, at a low 51 or in the high 50s, I was just going to run the hards all the way to the fuel run and make it a two stop. But that's not what ended up what happened. And the laps, actually, the couple of first laps were slower, so I decided I would run my three and then work my softs from there.
Absolutely, and well, I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, it worked out pretty good as you're standing on that lowest step of the podium here tonight, and I mean, tough racetrack. It's narrow and it's very fast, and it's got very difficult braking zones as far as our turns 1 and 2, turns 4 and 5 going, and of course we have Lesmo 1 and 2, and then Ascari. I mean, it's just kind of every time you guys got to get on your brakes and make a corner on this racetrack, it is a very hard braking zone for the most part. So, I mean, I guess what's going through your mind when you're in traffic and you're fighting with other drivers for position as you're coming up into these much harder braking zones?
Yeah, there's nothing going through the mind. Went through all the practice, established breaking points, established strategy, established lines, and then coming into the race, I didn't want to think. I just wanted to drive and only react to something outside of what you expect and what your plan was. So just stuck to it. Just stuck to it. Didn't think, just drove.
Absolutely, and we said much in the beginning of the broadcast last night. The drivers that typically keep the cars safe early on in the early runnings and just stick to that consistent race pace are usually the ones that end up faring out pretty well in the end results. Of course, if they just stick to that strategy, and of course, one of those, of course, you were the case in this case here tonight. You just had a strategy, you kept it nice and consistent, and you didn't definitely didn't panic and kept that car clean. And it comes out with a really nice third place finish here for you. And I mean, that leads us into one more week of racing here. We got round 10 at St. Croix A next week. It's a very long, very technical racetrack. And how are you feeling, I guess, heading into our final run here next week for Roving Island World Tour?
Right now, I'm feeling like I'm going to need a lot of practice, lots and lots of laps there because, like you said, it is very technical. There's a lot of places to make a mistake. So, the week leading up to this last race, there's going to be a lot of laps laid down there, finding anything and everything to give me an advantage.
Absolutely, and I mean, just great run here from you tonight. Just cool, calm, collected, kept it
Yep.
nice and consistent, and I mean, what else can you say? A result is a third place finish here, so podium's always great. And I guess I'll leave the final remarks to yourself and any shout outs you'd like to throw out to the viewers watching at home.
Yeah, very happy with having to start at the back and working my way through and finding a podium finish. Feel terrible for Miss D. Um, uh, just just missed it a little bit there. Uh, want to thank all the teammates at Apex Racing. They were a lot of help, as always. A lot of insight, a lot of information shared. Really want to thank them, as I'm the newest member of the team. So I really appreciate all their assistance. Want to thank you, Ghost, and GT45 for all they do for the streaming and all the coverage we get. Thanks to all your hard work, and want to thank all the admins for all their hard work. I know this past race and this past week has been extremely difficult on them, and they had a lot to go over while still trying to prepare for this race. So I want to shout out to them for all the hard work getting through last race and getting this one ready to go.
Absolutely, and I mean, we appreciate the drivers just as much as well. It's they show up, they put in the time, they put in the work, and they do their absolute 110% best to put on the best show for us watching at home as well. So we appreciate you, drivers that are on the track every single week, each and every one of you as well, and congratulations on third place finish. But with that being said, we'll let you get to that Apex Clubhouse and go celebrate with that great team you got back there.
All right, thank you very much, and I want to congratulate Luke and Petrol on their finish as well. Well done by them.
Absolutely, and thank you very much for taking some time to come and chat with us here this evening.
My pleasure. Anytime, Tim.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our third place finisher, Apex Sim Racing's Bo Snipe, coming in with a beautiful finish here today. Third place finish here for him, and I'm sure that he'll be walking that back to the paddock there with a little bit of a smile on his face. But that leads us into our second place finisher here, Petrolhead, coming all the way in from the United Kingdom here, racing over in the North America edition. And he is the only driver in the Corvette this season. And boy, he's made that Corvette look real strong every time he's had that car out of the paddock and on the racetrack competing. And no exception here tonight. Great strategy, great fuel management, great pace, and ends up with a P2 finish here for yourself tonight. So congratulations, and talk us through how the night went for you.
Thank you very much. I realized very early on in testing that my car could do more laps of fuel. So I figured out that I'll just run longer than everyone else and kind of save the fuel stop at the end. With my strategy, very, very quickly realized it was going to be a splash and dash at the end. I think passing Tom the Tech at the beginning of the race was very, very important as well, to keep up with the front guys, Luke, Jakey, etc. But gonna keep this brief because it is 4 o'clock in the morning over here. It was a very good race to come back to after my week off, and I'm happy I still got the pace, to be honest. Wasn't sure I would get the podium, so I'm happy with it.
Absolutely, and I mean, difficult racetrack. It looked very comfortable in that racing car, and a really solid race finish, and probably not expecting a P2 finish there. Obviously, battling hard for that right down to the start-finish line, and your competitor there just running out of petrol there, which give you the easy pass or an easy job on the second step of the podium here tonight. But with that being said, being late, and you gotta probably get running and try to be a little bit quiet there over the UK at 4 in the morning. I'll let you just take the floor and finish it off with any remarks you'd like to throw in there, and of course any shout-outs you'd like to say out there to the fans watching at home.
I would like to thank my sponsors, Motorsport 101 Podcast. They've supported me quite well with this endeavor, with me being awake stupid o'clock in the morning. I'll like to thank the team for actually preparing a good fuel mileage car. Wasn't really expecting how much. I got a lap extra fuel than I got in testing, which was surprising to me. And yeah, thank you to the stewards and the admins for setting this up. I heard they were very, very busy during the week with last week's race. So again, thank you for preparing for this week. And closing message: be nice out there. It costs nothing to be nice.
Very well said, and I couldn't agree more, my man, and a great message, and we really appreciate that great message, and congratulations on a great second place finish for yourself here tonight, and maybe we'll see you back on that podium next week after our finale.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of testing, like, Bo.
I think that's going to be the case for many of our drivers here for next week.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. I'm gonna go and pass out.
Well deserved.
Sayonara.
So definitely enjoy that second place sleep here tonight, my guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, one last driver to speak to. We've spoken to this man a few times here so far this season. He is our championship points leader coming into round 9 and solidifies himself with a race victory here in round 9 at Monza as well. Again, showing great pace. He had the right strategy. He played it calm, cool, collected, got a great qualifying run, and puts himself on the top of the podium here to secure those very, very important points here for the championship. Lucas, 36, and just coming from some real racing competition here this past weekend as well, and also potting in a first place there in real life as well. So double congratulations to you. But let's talk about round 9 here at Monza first tonight. Absolutely great racing from you. Had great pace all race long, and strategy looked like it was picture perfect. So talk us through your night, my man.
Oh, thank you. No, it went as according to plan as I could have hoped for, aside from the start. The start of the race was pretty hectic. Got a good jump on Jake. I forget, I think it was a Cursed or maybe Petrol behind Jake. And on the first start, they got a really good launch and pushed Jake to stay ahead of me. Uh, but then Larry out of nowhere is on my right, and I made sure to let him have the space because he had solid 3-4 mile an hour run on us. Once he got out in front and I snuck in behind him, knowing he was on the soft tires, I just immediately went to my usual and started trying to push him. We get to lap 3 or 4, and he just missed his braking point a little too much and went flying off at the second chicane, netting me the lead. And from there, it was just a matter of drive as smooth as I could. After the first stint, when I went to the hards, I accidentally fueled up to 4 laps, and I only meant to do 3. But I think that was a good thing because after the third lap, I could see that when I would have pitted would have put me in midst of traffic. So probably a good thing I made a little strategy mistake. And from there, yeah, it was just manage the pace, manage every lap, just trying to stay calm, no rush, just save the tires, save the car, and bring it home. And thankfully, it was a P1 finish.
And some really great racing. I mean, there wasn't really a moment there in any one of those stints where we didn't think that you weren't going to get back out in front there. But I think it was the second pit stop on your third stint there, getting ready to start your third stint there, where you were trailing the driver that was in the lead when you guys went into pit stop, but you came out on that overcut and actually found yourself out ahead of that driver. Was that kind of the moment where you knew the strategy was really starting to play into your favor?
Yeah, I would say after the hard stint, I knew it was starting to pay into my favor. There was a moment of doubt when I believe it was Petrol and Leo and Miss D were up in front, and I was a little concerned that they might have enough fuel and tire to make the rest of the. I think we had like 12 minutes left. So there was that moment of doubt, and then I saw them individually start peeling off into the pits, and that calmed me down a bit. Then with 5-6 minutes to go, I realized the guys behind were picking up the pace and closed that gap to about 5 seconds. So I picked it up a little bit and then realized that P2 to P5, they were in a battle, and just calmed me right back down to finish the race. Just had to bring the car home. Simple as that, thankfully.
Absolutely, and very late race battle happening there in the mid pack and behind you. We actually don't even know what ended up happening to sort all that out ourselves, but all we know is it was an absolutely exciting finish. You came across the line in first place. You didn't have any immediate pressure there, which is always a good feeling in that final lap, especially when you know you don't have that car sitting right down there in your rearview mirror. But definitely some exciting moments there as Miss Devious running out of fuel in second place, given that the petrol, and then of course both Snipe benefiting from that, also jumping up into third place there. So definitely exciting racing happening there at the end of the race in behind you. But pretty eventful race for you for the most part. You had, like you said, you had a couple of quick little battles just to kind of get yourself in front of the race there, and then it was just kind of control the pace from there. So now let's talk about you coming back from a real life victory here in your most recent competition. Does that help play a little bit into your confidence coming into your sim racing competition right after that?
I would definitely say yes. We've been riding a nice little high over the weekend. nice trip out to California, to Streets of Willow, and it's a phenomenal track. It was amazing. We had Robin Shoot, King of the Mountain, Pikes Peak Hill Climb winner. He set a brand new track record, first ever sub 1 minute lap time on the track in its long and historic year and tenure. It was just an overall fun weekend, and thankfully it came in tonight. And yeah, I'd say it helped relax me a bit and made me drive on pace as I should.
Absolutely. Well, definitely showing everybody at home why you are coming in as championship points leader with just another great performance here. And well, again, the only driver in that Ford GTLM2 racing car, ladies and gentlemen, here in Gran Turismo. So, not an easy task. It was a very good, big challenge that he knew he was taking on this season. But boy, you definitely have been up to the task, and pretty happy with your kart decision so far this season.
Oh, definitely. It may be a little bit of a pig and a handful to keep on track, but when it works, it's more than worth it, and it's very enjoyable.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you're rolling right now. Lots of race victories coming around for Lucas 36, and well, looks like a championship coming here at the end of round 10 here for Well. He has a pretty healthy points lead as we head in towards our finale. So, what's the goal for next week? Just go out, have fun, and just make sure you keep the car across that checkered flag.
Survive. That course is a nightmare for me. It's there's no rhythm to it really. It's so many jigsaw puzzle pieces just thrown in together. So you just got to stay on top of it corner to corner, lap after lap, and that'll take a toll in a 60-minute race. And it's a reverse grid race, so everybody's got to mind their P's and Q's and work their way through the field as much as they can and just survive. Lots of tire strategy, lots of fuel strategy. It's just got to get that practice in, like Bo and Petrol said. You got to get the practice in, and everything else will come naturally.
Absolutely, and very well said. And I mean, we're definitely excited to see what everybody's going to do next week here at St. Croix. But a great racing performance here from you from Monza tonight. And I mean, you've been performing great all season long. Obviously, that's why you're championship points leader. And I guess with that being said, any final remarks you want to throw out there to top off the race here tonight for yourself, and any shout outs you'd like to throw out to the viewers watching at home?
Just got to thank you first and foremost, 10 Timmy's Radio, GT45, the the administration team, all the boys that I practice with, Tom, Bo, Jake, Petra, just everyone. I say I can't thank everyone enough. The drivers, again, we can't have this series without drivers, and thankfully we've had a nice tier of drivers show up this season, and it's been real fun and enjoyable. Got to thank Grid Life for allowing me to travel across the country and compete essentially free as they're sponsoring me, but I do work for them, so it's kind of an equal trade-off. But either way, yeah, got to thank everyone and have a good night. See you next week.
Absolutely, and congratulations on yet another great race finish, and enjoy the celebration.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, our interviewees are just always on the absolute top of their game. They just finished racing an absolutely hard, intense 50-minute endurance race on a very, very difficult fast racetrack in a division that is extremely blazing fast. I mean, what else can we say? So, GG's to all 13 of our Pro Division drivers, right from Lucas 36 at the top of the order, right down to AT at Curse at the bottom order, who unfortunately disconnected from the lobby. And, it's unfortunate to see it, and we do want to say a special thank you to our drivers. They endure a lot as well in behind the scenes with, the game issues, the lobby issues, disconnect issues, equipment malfunctions. They put time, they put effort, they put a lot of work into preparing for each and every race week, obviously to try and get the best result they can for themselves, and then have it deflated by an issue that's really beyond our control for the most part, and it gets tough. It gets tough to find that drive. It gets tough to find that motivation, and we've seen it a lot this year. We've seen a lot of drivers have those issues, have to put their cars behind pit wall for the race, and settle on those final position points. But we just want to say thank you to all our drivers for understanding that um, we're a victim to what we have to work with, and at the end of the day, even under tough circumstances, especially like last week, we had very, very extreme lobby circumstances last week, which created to some very difficult racing for all three of our divisions last week, and that's what the drivers were touching base on in our podium interviews a little bit. It was an absolute just can of worm mess in behind the scenes, trying to sort it all out, trying to figure out what's actually an incident, what's a game related issue, all of these things. So it was a very tough week on everybody involved. Of course, the drivers are being patient, waiting for all those things to get sorted out as well. So a special thank you to the drivers, because at the end of the day, if we don't have drivers, we don't have these amazing leagues and these amazing competitions that we see, not just here at GT45 Gaming, but all over the sim racing world. iRacing, ACC, GT7, Forza, RF. The list goes on and on and on and on and on when it comes to sim racing, and it doesn't matter what platform you're on. They're all the preferred platform for each driver, and that's what we love to do, and this is where we love to race. So, I apologize to the drivers that have been having those issues this season, because all we want you to do is come out, have fun, and race with your friends, and sometimes it's very hard to do so because we're dealing with tough conditions right now. So I just want to say a special thank you to the driving community, especially because they have had to endure very tough conditions at points throughout the season, and that it's hard on them just as much as it is everybody else in behind. So, extra love out to the drivers. Obviously, huge love to DDR, D-Dot Racing, coming in with the banging series that they dropped down this season. Endurance racing, sprint racing, crazy settings, reverse grids, double points. Just a crazy series. Absolutely crazy series. Anybody's game right to the end of the season. But we're not done at Monza yet. Not quite just yet, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more round of racing here at this beautiful track in Italy. We own this racetrack for one more day here yet before they're going to kick us out of here. And we're going to be bringing our Pro-Am division here live tomorrow night at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. They put on a spectacle last week at Nürburgring GP. A spectacular race from our Pro-Am division last week, even under tough conditions. And conditions seem better this week, so I should expect much of the same from our Pro-Am division. We're going to see some fast, hard racing. And, we'll see how they handle Monza for 50 minutes tomorrow night right here live at GT45 Gaming. So we appreciate everybody for coming in, hanging out, liking and sharing the streams, just hanging out and having some good chat amongst each other, enjoying the racing. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's all about coming here, having fun, and competing a little bit, competing a little bit. So we're going to try and catch up on some alerts here on anything we have missed. We got TDC Gaming coming in with the share on stream. We got Chris Hawkins and Chris Reeves coming in. Corey Hawkins and Chris Reeves coming in with the thumbs up. Paradise coming in with the thumbs up. Rusty Paymay also with a thumbs up. We got a wow from Michael. We got a thumbs up from Joe as well. And over on the YouTube, lots of love there as well. We appreciate everybody, no matter what platform it is, of course, you're viewing on. And, we got one more kick at round 9 next week, again, like I said, from our Pro-Am division. So it'll be GT45 signing off for the evening. But before we go, remember, you all matter. Mental health is a real thing. Don't keep it to yourself. If you're struggling, feel free to reach out. My door is always open. I might not be a professional, might not be able to give you every answer or give you a solution, but I'm very good at listening, and I typically have pretty great things to say sometimes on some insight. You know what? We've all been through things in life, myself included, and you'd be surprised sometimes at how much a person can relate to you. So we appreciate y'all. We love you all. Stay winning, and we'll catch you on the next one.